congratulations, mate. Unbelievable achievement.
Thanks, mate.
Talk to us about day one walking into the now AIA Centre.
Yeah.
In your wildest dreams, did you think you'd be sitting down ahead of game 400?
Oh, yeah, it's a great question. I think, we walked in together and you're pretty optimistic about what you can do, but I don't think anyone ever thinks they're going to play 400 games. You'd love to probably play 200, win a couple of flags and you sort of project how it'll all go, and then when you get into the day-to-day of it, you realise how hard it is, and but also on the same token, how much fun it is, and it's a great environment to be part of. But yeah, I'd be lying if I said it was something that I dreamed of, that I walked in day one, I wrote on the wall, I'm going to play 400 games, but I sort of, to sit here now and reflect of all the help you get along the way, all the teammates, the coaches, the mentors, I'm pretty lucky. A lot's gone my way with coaching and opportunities and things like that. So, very fortunate to sit here and be joining a pretty exclusive club.
Does it sit okay with you, joining that club?
I think always while you're playing, it doesn't sort of feel real. I knew there was a bit of talk about it leading into the game. It sort of feels funny to, see the other guys who have done it, speak with them. Probably the enormity of the milestone too, the amount of people that have reached out and things that you've had to do for it and stuff that people want to talk to you about. That sort of blown me away a little bit. I'm not sort of one that likes to, sort of sit in individual stuff. I love the team stuff, so that's blown me away, but I've wanted to give it the respect it deserves. And the guys that have played 400 coming in and turning up, that doesn't happen when you play 300 games. So it's certainly a big achievement, and one that I'm sure in time will be really special, but at the moment it's sort of a bit more like pinch yourself, you can't believe that you've done it.
Those guys the 400 club did come into the footy club throughout the week. It must have been nice to have them as part of your week in the lead up to this.
Yeah, it's like to see some of the guys, there's 5 of them that have done it, to come in, to give up their time to come in because everyone's pretty busy to come in and want to help me celebrate it was really special, and then to chat to them, all different shapes and sizes. I think Boomer Harvey was trying to break a leg. He doesn't want me to get that record. He was pretty but they've all been such great players, and as I said, it makes it even more special when you can rub shoulders with guys like that, and they all wish you really well.
You just touched on the coaches. You've had 3 different coaches, all great in their own way. What are some of the lessons you've learned from them, or great bits of advice you've taken from each of your coaches?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think early days with Mick, for us, he was a guy who gave us enormous confidence, and we were a young team playing a lot of finals, and his ability to make us feel like we belonged even though we probably didn't at that stage, and so his ability to unite the group, take us to places that we probably didn't think were possible. I just thought Mick was amazing at that. Then Bucks, obviously I played with, he was my captain, and then being his captain when he was coaching, just the relationship side of things, and with me and going to get into coaching one day, just learning the full repertoire of stuff you had to deal with, and seeing him deal with all that sort of stuff. And then at stages, the challenges that come with, it's probably the first time in my career where you face challenges of not playing finals and dropping down, and how you handle that, how you maintain your standards, how you keep a group together, and then Fly these last few years. It's sort of been a bit of an incredible ride for us, coming in. I think when he got here I was 34, not knowing where I sat at that time, to him to walk in and say, I want to extend your career as long as I can. I still think you've got good football in you. I'm not going to look at your birth certificate. It's a bit like Mick, but at the reverse. I'm not going to look at your birth certificate because you're 18, and he's not looking at it because I'm 36 now. So just that, that confidence. But I think all 3 guys share the traits of, they're super competitive. They want to win, but they've also got really high standards. And as I said, I've been extremely lucky with the coaches that I've had.
Were you worried at all before Fly got here that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I think when any stage you're 34, a new coach comes in and the talks about development, and I think even the club itself was, we need to find a coach who's got a really good development background that can bring through the next premiership. And when you hear the next premiership and you're 34 and you've just finished second last, you're probably not thinking it's 2 years away. But yeah, I remember sitting in his office and being really keen to see what he thought my future looked like, and within 30 seconds I knew I was the right place, and I knew he was the right guy. Maybe because he said that I was still part of the place, I thought he was the right guy, but very optimistic that the club had found a ripper in Fly, and to take us to a prelim and then a grand final. something that I'll be forever in debt to the footy club and to Fly for giving me and the older guys that opportunity to keep chasing it.
Does the appreciation change from 2010 to what you guys were able to do last year in winning the grand final?
I think it's a funny one because people say like as you get older you appreciate it more. I think having a family, I appreciated celebrating with them. Obviously didn't have that, 2 young kids in 2010, but we played a lot of finals before 2010. I think once you've played finals and you haven't got there, you realise how hard it is. So I have a great appreciation for 2010. I played losing prelim, broke a leg in the first final, so I didn't even get to play in 2009. 2008, we didn't quite get there. So I had like that little bit of, this is really hard, 3-4 years of trying to get there. And then 2023 was probably a little bit different in the fact that I always thought that the group could get there. I just didn't realise how quick it happened. The ride that group was on was a pretty special run to win so many close games. And the way we did it, the way we brought the Magpie Army, back to life after sort of COVID and some rough times was, that was, one of the best memories of my footy career is the way that the footy club united with the fans and all the punters and, as much as people hate to say it, I know that we were everyone's second favourite side for a period of time there.
You speak about standards.
Yeah.
Do you attribute all of that to your longevity? We sit and marvel on it, how consistently great you've been over a large period of time. You nonchalantly just push past 300 and now into the 400 range. Is that all on standards, or what do you put that down to?
I think it's different things. Like you get luck, obviously, with injury. Like I've had a few injuries, but nothing too bad where I haven't been able to come back from. You can see guys that are at their peak of their powers and then all of a sudden they get, a knee and then a shoulder and then they've missed 3 years and all of a sudden they're a different player. So
would have appreciated if you said an ankle, but that's
or an ankle or whatever it is, but it can change it.
Yeah.
It can change your direction pretty quickly, and I've never had anything like that where, sort of my directions change really quickly. And as I said, I think I've had great coaches. Paul Licura was really big for me early days with training and preparing my body, and then I've just been open to learning my whole way through. I don't feel like I sit here as a 36-year-old as a finished product that knows everything. I'm still pretty thirsty for knowledge and trying to get better, and it sort of looks different every now and again, but I think the biggest thing for me is my enjoyment in the game. Like I still love playing, I still love being part of the group, I still love helping anyone around me, and when that enjoyment goes, I reckon that's when it's time to walk away. And I know that it's getting really close to me now, that the end point, but I'm still having a lot of fun. I still enjoy what I do, and I'm just going to cherish, sort of every game that I've got left.
The legacy piece you are going to leave, and surely that hasn't been lost on you, but was that something you worked towards with your love for the American sports?
I think in terms of it's just more like what I wanted to be as a player and as a teammate. I love team sports.
What were those things that you wanted to be as part of?
I wanted to be a guy that was relied upon, and I wanted to be a guy that almost wins at whatever cost it takes. Like I remember, going into the final series last year in 2023, sort of my mantra was like whatever it takes. Like whatever it takes, whether that's me sitting on the bench, me playing full forward, whatever it is, like I just want to do, like we're getting this done. And that's sort of the legacy that I've wanted to leave, not just because there's periods where you are one of the best players in the team and you've got a really almost easy role, you just go out and play. But I wanted to be a guy that could be relied upon both sides of the footy and just give everything to the jumper, because we're all going to be past players at some point and this is always going to be out there. So I just want to walk away when I'm done, so I gave it my all, and hopefully other people enjoy being around me.
Do you cast an eye forward to what the next milestone may be? Everybody's speculating.
Oh yeah, you hear the talk obviously of breaking the game's record. It's one of those ones. Like I probably didn't think I'd get to 400. I feel like ever since I turned 30, I've been saying just year by year and see how the body feels, and it's been working for me, that mantra of still being able to play good footy. So just stick to a year at a time, and if I get close enough, I might go for it. But 30 games is a while away, so just get through 400 first.
You speak of your family.
Yeah.
How important have they been across the entire journey?
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, it's obviously mum and dad, my 2 brothers, wife Alex, kids. Just the support they give you all the time. I've been the best player on the ground 399 times according to Mum. You know, every week you ring her, you played well, someone else hasn't played well or whatever, and Dad's actually a little bit more harder on me. Always says my goal kicking is no good, but no, just to support him from a young age when I wasn't, you know, an AFL footballer, taking him around the country to play basketball or footy, and you know, seeing them do that for my brothers, and you know, now Alex and the kids, just being a part of it. You know, always, you know, my kids are always in the song. We're running up the race, having a kick on the G, and it just feels nice to be able to bring them in behind the closed doors and be a part of the journey, because you know, without them, there's no way that I'm sitting here.
How many tickets then for the big?
Oh yeah,
It's a big clash too. Yeah, you're the reason we can't get any seats.
I know, especially the game against Carlton. It's a big game. So, but I've never been one to ask for much. But this one, I've sort of said, well, I'm going to invite everyone that this is, I feel like, has played a really important part. So, I've got 35. Technically, it's 47 because it's 12 at the president's function. But Ned's taken those 12 off my hand. So, yeah, 35. So, yeah, which is nice, and a lot of people that I've asked are coming along, or guys like yourself, you're already out the game working and stuff like that. So there's a good, you know, cross section of people that have really meant a lot to me, that have helped me get here.
Of those 35, who's someone that we wouldn't know a great deal about that's had a real impact?
Well, I think probably someone that's had the biggest impact on my footy would be Robert Harvey, now at St Kilda, and become a really close friend of mine. And he was here for 10 years as an assistant coach, which I suppose if he was still here, people would know about. But yeah, just his ability to help me become a better player as I got older. You know, he played 383 games himself. So even those lessons when I was around the 250 games, 300 games, about how to keep yourself going and how to play, and his understanding of the game and the midfield ability was second to none. And just someone that, you know, if I was out of form, I was in a, you know, real bad patch, he was someone that always could straighten me up really quickly. You know, stop making excuses, get to work. This is what you need to do, A, B, C. He kept it simple for me. And yeah, and then just even on that, he was an awesome football guy, but B, even better bloke. Someone you could just ring and have a good chat, good fella. And yeah, I owe a lot of this to Halves.
Well, it is an unbelievable achievement. We see the SP400 on the jumper there. Well, I guess on behalf of the past players at the footy club, all the fans here at Collingwood as well, but the wider footballing community, we wish you all the best. Say congratulations, and it's been a real honour and privilege to watch you go about it.
Thanks, Stace. Thanks, man.